Now, I'm pretty sure by now you guys heard about the tragic event that happened in Houston, Texas, where 9 people lost their lives during the Astroworld festival. And a lot of people is pointing a finger at Travis Scott. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I feel like there should be some shared blame here with the city, the people who were contracted to secure the venue, the people who ran the venue, yada yada. Now, for the people who do not know what's going on with this story, I'm going to actually give you guys a quick synopsis and bring you up to speed to where we're at right now. All right, let's take a look. On November 5th in Houston, Texas at NRG Park, Travis Scott had a concert during his Astroworld Music Festival. Now, it was said to be around 50,000 people in attendance during this event. Now, somewhere around 9:30 during his headlining set, there was a surge. A lot of concert goers started to surge towards the front of the stage. Now, we now know during this surge, 9 people lost their lives during that. Now, the thing that makes this so tragic is because there was a lot of people who was in attendance said that Travis Scott was aware of the fatalities and some of the things that was going on around him, and he ignored it. Now, he did issue a statement, and this is what he said.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The city of Houston, HPD, fire department, everyone to, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on. I love you all.
Now, a lot of people felt as if he lacked empathy when it came down to the families and the situation surrounding the Astroworld festival. But to me, in that particular video, he didn't look like he lacked empathy. He just looked like somebody who was very lost, somebody who didn't know what to do. And I mean, a situation like that on your shoulders, when you just pretty much set out that morning to pretty much just give your fans a good show, and then this happened. I mean, I don't know how any of us would act during that situation for anybody to be able to deem us fit for the situation. You feel what I'm saying? But it's crazy. Now, we all know that Travis has been with Kylie Jenner on and off for a lot of years, and they pretty much share a child together, and they also have one on the way. Now, she didn't shy away from her support when it came down to her boyfriend, and she also released the statement too as well, and this is what she had to say. She said, "Travis and I are broken and devastated. My thoughts and prayers are with all who lost their lives, were injured, or affected in any way by yesterday's events. And also for Travis, who I know cares deeply for his fans and the Houston community, I want to make it clear we weren't aware of any fatalities until the news came out after the show, and in no world would have continued filming or performing. I am sending my deepest condolences to all the families during this difficult time, and I will be praying for the healing of everyone who has been impacted." Now, in the midst of all of the tragic fatalities that occurred, there was also a lot of injuries that happened as well. As a matter of fact, there was a 9-year-old that was in attendance of the concert. He's actually fighting for his life right now. I think this young man was trampled upon when the surge happened, when people was rushing the stage. Now, this particular situation, I found people split with how they felt. There was a lot of people that was blaming Travis Scott, and then there was people who was blaming the young man's parents because they did not feel like a 9-year-old should have been at this type of concert. I honestly feel like it's a wrong conversation to have right now because, like I said earlier, he is fighting for his life, and I feel like the conversation or the focus should just be on his recovery, and then they can figure out all that legal shit later. That's just my personal opinion. But when it comes down to him having all the responsibility, when it comes down to the things that happen at this festival, I just do not feel like he should be the only person with a hand in the blame. That's just me. There's tons of people that has done interviews and have shared stories on Snapchat and TikTok sharing some of the disaster that they seen. And there was a lot of people who just pretty much saying that Travis Scott never made a notion to just stop the show. Now, there was clips that also surfaced on his behalf as well. Now, let's take a look at it.
Maybe somebody help him. Somebody pass out right here. Somebody pass out right here. No, don't touch him. Don't touch him. Everybody just back up. Security, somebody help jump in real quick. Keep going. Somebody jump in. Come on. Security, get in there. Let's get in there.
Now, I was a Michael Jackson fanatic. You know what I mean? I grew up watching every Michael Jackson concert. And anybody who's watched the concert know that Michael Jackson is going to have a whole handful of fans, okay? Now, during these concerts where people will pass out, he will continue to perform. And I think it's because he had a lot of faith in the people who worked the floor during his venues. You know what I'm saying? To ensure that the safety of the patrons would be up to snuff. You know what I mean? Now, in this particular case, I seen a lot of people bring up those same scenarios when it came down to celebrities, you know what I'm saying, performing, people passing out, and a show going on, and people are saying that Travis Scott pretty much did what everybody else has done. Now, I do have to agree with that in a sense as well, because like when you have a venue of 50,000 people and you are the performer, first of all, you're not going to hear a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just no way that you're going to be able to hear the cries of a lot of people. And secondly, you know what I mean? It's not a lot that he can do as far as surveying the whole floor when he's also the performer. I'm not saying that there's not measures that he could have took to make this a lot better, but I'm saying that it's just impossible for a person that's headlining to be able to be aware of everything that's going on in front of him. I just do not understand how anybody can expect for that to happen. Now, Travis Scott did release another statement saying that he was going to make sure that he took care of the funeral arrangements of everybody who lost their lives during the Astroworld event. And I actually feel like that was a very dope notion. I feel like that's the least that he could probably do. There's going to be some people who still is not going to be satisfied. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Roddy Ricch is also saying that he was going to contribute to the families. And I'm pretty sure with some of the influencers that comes out of Texas that there's going to be a lot of love shown to those families. Now, this is what I want us to talk about in these comments. I want your opinion on who should be blamed for this tragic event. Should it be one party, two parties, share responsibility? I want your honest to God opinion on how you feel about everything that transpired during the Astroworld Festival. I also want to know, for a Travis Scott concert, do you think that a 9-year-old in attendance is appropriate? I also want to know, especially for the parents. Just drop that down in the comments as well. Let's talk about it. Meet me in these comments. S&T, I appreciate you guys for coming back and tuning in. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Before you head off this video, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel, do all of those things. And please, please watch those ads. That's all you got to do to support S&T. I love y'all, and until next video, I'm going to catch y'all, dog. Peace.